Dennis, tell us about your role here at the BRC.
My role at the moment, I supervise the track work morning shift. Just watching all the riders and track work, make sure everyone's safely and they all do their job properly. Yeah.
And on race day, you get on these great guys behind us?
So race day, I get to do the Clerk of the course here at Eagle Farm, which is really enjoyable. Yeah.
Yep. You rode track work up until just sort of 3 years ago when you did start with the BRC. Was that a hard thing to give away, track work and more importantly race riding?
Yeah, giving up the riding was hard at that time, but since I've took on this role at the Clerk of the course, that's my enjoyment now.
Yeah. You don't have to watch your weight as much?
Oh no, I let that go. So the old meat pie goes good on a Saturday at the races.
And you spent a lot of time on the country Queensland circuit here, but before that you rode for the Freedmans in Melbourne in terms of you rode a lot of work down there.
Yeah, I rode work for Freedmans back in 91, 92. Yeah, got to ride a horse called Scalacci and Sub-Zero, just a couple of names there.
Two very special grey horses.
They were two good grey horses, yeah.
And do you remember back early on you got on Sub-Zero and there was something there you felt even as a young horse?
You just seem to know when you ride them that, yeah, they've got something, yeah, that's it.
And how do you find being a clerk of the course on a race day?
Yeah, it's good. You still get that race day experience and, you can eat. So it's pretty good.
That seems to be a common theme with all the guys that we've spoken to. It's a tough game being a jockey, isn't it? There's no half measures, is it? You've got to be fully committed to it.
No, you got to be all in. Tried that a couple of times, and yeah, it's a hard game.
Yeah. You do have some great memories though. You were apprenticed to Bruce McLaughlin at Thornhill at a time where he was absolutely flying, and he had some great horses that you were able to be a part of.
Yeah, he had a long list of them. St Jude with me, Chortle, Baghdad Boy.
Planet Ruler was there
Planet
at the time as well.
Planet Ruler, he won his 10 in a row.
Yeah. It was a larger than life figure in Queensland racing, Bruce McLaughlin. For a young kid starting out, it'd be a pretty good role to be apprenticed there.
Yeah, well, I went there when I was 13 and I was probably a little bit wild when I went to him, so he was good for me. Like he was a tough man, but he's pretty fair.
So did he knock that wildness out of you?
He knocked it out of me a couple of times, yeah.
It seems to be a really good, strong camaraderie amongst the guys who work here at the BRC, sort of as part of the tracks team and also those who work on race day. Is that right?
Yeah, we get on good, and I work directly with like Richo and a few of the boys there, Patch and crew, and most of them work the barriers. It's a good crew, and we have a lot of fun.
So being able to be on the pony on a race day, it's not the same as race riding, but you still get to have that affinity with the horse.
Yeah, for sure. Just the horses and the jockeys. There's still a good handful of jockeys that I used to ride with when I was apprentice. Jimmy Byrne and Michael Carl and the likes. There's still a handful of them there, but it's just good to be there race day. But yeah, like you said, it's not the same as race riding, obviously. Still miss it after all these years, but it's good to be out there amongst them, yeah. Yeah,
you rode it for about 6 years or so as a jockey, and there were a few highlights there. I mean, the one that everyone sort of remembers is the day you rode Chief De Beers with that monster weight and took the 3 kilos off.
Yeah, it was quite a nervous day, I suppose. I think he was first back from a spell from winning might have been his first 10,000, I'm not 100%, but it was the old 2010 start here, right on the bend. I think I drew 10 out of 11 or something. Yeah. For 3 kilo kid, I was pretty nervous, but the old boy just jumped out, sat outside the leader, and it was just too good.
It'd be great to get on horses like that, wouldn't it?
Just the feeling too, when you straighten up and you think, wow, I haven't let this horse go yet, you know. I give him a dig and a squeeze, and I think he was only a couple of tenths outside the course record. Yeah, pretty dynamic.
In the end, is it an easy decision to give away riding, or?
Oh, yeah, in the end it is. Most boys who know that have retired now or are still wasting hard, it's a hard job. And I just got to a point, wasting to try and ride 55 or 6. You'd finish at the end of the day and might just have a light meal and, have a couple of drinks. And you'll wake up Sunday 62 or 3 kilos and just head down, you got to try and do it all again, and over time it just, it's just too much. I love it here at the BRC, it's great. Working with the boys I work with, there's a good handful of us that are ex-jockeys too, that you just stay with the horses. Like the old saying is, once it's in your blood, it's very hard to get rid of. Yeah, my whole family was in it, so yeah.
And you can go home at the end of the day and have a proper feed.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, have a brown lemonade and a steak, it's good.